Welcome back to the shed. I'm Sid, Mackie's on the camera. And today I'm gonna learn how to replace pedal bearings. So you may have noticed it has been a while since we posted a video on this channel. That is because we have been in the middle of our race season. If you want to see how that has gone and some details on the race that wrecked the pedals that we're looking at today, you can head over to our other channel, which is Sid and Mackie. Okay, for this task, you will need, of course, your replacement bearings. We are using these Enduro bearings, ceramic bearings, a rubber mallet or rubber tipped hammer, socket wrench in the correct size, and then we are using some specialty tools today like this bearing puller. And then this guy, what even is this guy?
A bearing punch.
Bearing punch. 8mm Allen key.
Or a pedal wrench.
Or pedal, whatever's required to take your pedals off. A bearing mat with measurements or a set of calipers like these guys to determine which bearings you need. Various Allen keys and some grease. First of all, how do you know if your pedal bearings are shot? Well, let's take a look over here. So these are the Xpedo Baldwins that I decided to race for the Margie Gesick 100. I also think I've just been riding these pedals on various bikes for a couple years now. They were already pretty beat up before I put them on. And then we did a 109-mile race in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan with a lot of sand and grit and punchy climbs and just a lot of rotations of the pedal. So now, as you can see, they are not doing so hot. This is not what you want. That means that bearing is done. Why do we care? Well, for starters, if your pedal is not rotating smoothly, you are losing watts. Also, this has gotten to the point where I can actually feel that. It feels like excess float in the cleat, which I do not like, because I have my bike fit pretty well dialed, and that is just putting movement somewhere I don't want it. So that's what we're gonna fix today. First step, take the pedal off the bike. This is a task that people get really confused about, and our simple way of remembering this, to remove the pedal, you turn in the direction opposite of the way that the wheels are spinning. To put it on, you go in the direction that the wheels are spinning. Nope, that was fine. So that's just a helpful way of remembering, because pedals are threaded differently for each side, but for both sides, spinning it opposite direction of the way that your wheels turn will take off your pedal. And obviously these are not so tight that I can't do it by hand, but you could put the bike on the ground, put it like this, step on it, if yours were tightened on by the Hulk, which sometimes happens to things on my bike. I am not the Hulk. That's ridiculous. So these are the Xpedo Baldwins. These are one of my favorite pedals because they're sort of in between a huge trail downhill pedal and a tiny XC pedal. They're the ones I went with for Margie Gesick because having just a little bit more support helped me not have foot pain. Like I said, as you can tell, these pedals have a lot of miles on them, but we're gonna have them working just like new. What's the first step?
First step is to get the end cap off.
Yeah, so Mackie is talking me through this because this is a new one for me. I have not done this. The problem with this channel was the premise was I didn't know what I was doing, and then I figured out what I was doing. Well, if it's not stripped yet, it's about to be. Oh no, I did it.
You did it.
Sometimes you just gotta strip a few bolts to learn how to not strip bolts. That's what the pedal looks like. Okay.
So what is interesting about that bolt is that one of them is reverse threaded, just like the pedals.
Oh, boy,
so
fun.
What you have to do is take the 8mm that you use to take the pedal off to hold the spindle.
I see. Aha. This seems like one of those tasks for an octopus.
And then now try loosening it and see, like the normal way, and see if it loosens or not. That way.
Like what I'm doing, like this.
That would be tightening, yeah.
Okay. Isn't doing shit.
I would try it the other direction then.
Bingo.
Okay. This was the really loose one,
was the
so it's the
drivetrain,
drive side
yeah.
one. Okay, so drive side pedal, reverse threaded.
All right, so we're gonna hold this. There we go. Am I going the right way?
No, so now, yeah, there we go.
Aha!
Right.
Voila! Oh, that looks like crap.
Those two things, those are the inner bearing races. Normally, those
Yeah.
would be attached to the bearing.
So where's the bearing?
Basically, the bearing just completely destructed inside there and is done.
Wow. Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's what this black goo is. It's
Yeah, like there should also be,
essence of bearing.
well, and there should be like bearing balls, and there are no bearing balls in there.
Are you for real?
For real.
Okay, so I took apart the other pedal, which had some play in it, and it was not nearly as bad. Yeah, see, on this one, we have essentially liquefied the bearing balls, and the races are loose and floating
And there's
around.
no rubber gasket anymore
There's
either.
no rubber gasket, and this is what that should have looked like in a still worn out, but infinitely less destroyed pedal spindle. And then on the inside of the one with less play, you can see where those bearings are, and then here Mackie will show us what we're working with on this one, which is pretty roasted. Like, these are the bearing outer races that are essentially just melded to the inside of the pedal. So we may have let that go too long on that one, but we're gonna do our best job to rehabilitate it. So what Mackie's trying to do here is pull out the,
Aha!
he did it.
Got him.
The absolutely wrecked bearing races. This is the one that wasn't as destroyed. It still has the bearings in there, so we can use, gotta squeeze it. Come on, baby, squeeze it in. Woohoo!
Because it's tapered here, it pushes this out so that it hooks on the inside of the bearing, so that when you pull on it, it pulls the bearing out.
All right, so that's
So go ahead and get that as tight as you can between those two.
I did it!
Righty tighty. There we go. So what are the three measurements you care about on a bearing?
The inside, the outside, and the width.
Yeah.
14.8, but I'm guessing means 15.
So outer is 15.
But 9.94 is going to be 10.
10. Okay, so 15 outer, 10 inner.
4.
Pedal bearings are weird, but fortunately on Enduro Bearings website, you can search by inner diameter, outer diameter, and width. So there's also the other pedal bearing.
13.
Okay, 13 outer.
Yeah, what do you know?
Here we go. Lines up.
Yeah, it
just
covers
perfect.
all the weight, so I think that's
Yeah.
what you want.
So we need, for each pedal, we need one of these, which is a 686 bearing. And then we need two of these, which we don't know what their names are.
I know, I just wanted to do a little comparison of what these look like. We've got a new one, a wrecked but like overall fairly fine one, and then the remains.
So normally there should be ball bearings inside there.
So the situation is worse than we thought. Look at this. This is the one that was very destroyed. Like, I'm pretty sure the spindle might be done because there's a full-on, like, ridge here. Probably it would make sense to just replace the spindle on that one. This one, on the other hand, like, you can see some wear in there, but you can't feel anything.
Okay.
All right. Okay, well, that was easier than anticipated. Oh,
Wow.
that's not what that's supposed to look like at all. Okay,
It's totally destroyed.
let's just compare this to the
Grab a...
clean new spindle. There's quite a bit of metal that has disappeared
Wow.
through here.
Xpedo actually does a little thing where they put a ridge on this one on one of them and not on the other, so you can tell them apart. So that is not...
the one that we want.
Yeah. That is the one we want. And then I think we have a replacement washer there for it.
Okay, so
Cool.
that's on there. Cool. All right, now what?
You're going to clean the pedals themselves, the inside. Yeah, alcohol. And just spray them out real good. So a little bit of grease on the outside just to make it less likely to freeze in there the next time.
This side?
The external, yeah, out there.
Oops.
And then that's going to go in from this side.
There.
Yeah. It's hard to tell if it's gone all the way in, but you can push it with this guy and make sure it... There we go. Okay, so you can see all the threads. And then on the opposite side, you're going to put 2 of those ones with a little bit of grease on the outside again. And then if it doesn't go in, then put it flat on the desk and give it a little tap tap. Yeah, and that external grease is really just to keep it from freezing in there so that the next time you go to replace it, I would pop this seal off, because what I've found is sort of resetting them by pulling them off and putting them back on seems to help.
With what?
With it not having a gap that
Squeaks.
Contaminations can come in. Cool.
Easy peasy.
So now just a tiny bit of grease where that seal is going to go. It's not a bad idea.
Right here, basically.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
All right, so now that's on, and then you're going to slide that into the pedal, just like that.
But which way? This way?
No, from the from that side, because then the other side is where the screw or the nut locks it down.
That feels way better already.
So try holding it with your finger like pressed in the top, and then screw the spindle from the bottom. And maybe go backwards a little bit just to make sure it doesn't
It's
get it on
going.
the way you want. Cool.
Oh yeah, it's going on now for sure. Now it's all spinning.
All right, now show
this
it.
guy.
Cool.
Yeah. How tight?
Not super tight. Plenty. Yeah. Show off your new end caps.
How about orange?
Nice.
Give these sad old pedals a facelift. Cool.
All right, one refreshed pedal.
So this is what it looked like before. There's absolutely no play in there. Spins very smoothly. Still great pedal. Here's how to replace your pedal bearings in 1 minute, literally. Take off the washer, grease the spindle. Put the washer back on facing the right way. Grease the bearing. Tap, tap. Case, flip it over. Grease the outside of your first bearing. Pop that in there. Grease the other one. Get this guy all the way in. This in, then we've got our nut. We're gonna put a little grease on the threads here. Pop in the nut. Spin the wrong way. This one side. This on the other side. Go tight, but not too tight. Grease this. Grab our Allen key. Voila.